You're exhausted, your eyes hurt, you wanted to go to sleep an hour ago, and yet somehow your thumb is still moving. You are not even enjoying it anymore. The videos aren't that funny, the posts aren't that interesting. Your phone could show you a potato reviewing another potato. So why do we keep scrolling even when we're tired? Why does just one more become, why is the sun coming up? The weird answer is this: we often scroll at night not because we are excited, but because we are drained. The more tired we get, the more our brain reaches for the easiest possible escape. During the day, we like to imagine we're reasonable adults. We make plans. We use calendars. Tonight, I'm going to sleep early, with the confidence of someone who has never met their nighttime self. This is not simply a failure of discipline. It is because tired brains do not make choices the same way rested brains do. Your brain doesn't want a meaningful life experience. It wants something easy. Every swipe is a small question. Will this be funny? Will this be shocking? Will this be useful? Most of the time, the answer is no. But sometimes, the next thing is just interesting enough to keep you going. Your brain loves maybe. Watching a movie takes commitment. Reading a book takes focus. Even sleeping requires the bold decision to stop being conscious. Scrolling asks almost nothing from you. You don't even have to sit up properly. You can be half a person under a blanket and still participate. That is the first reason we scroll when we're tired. Your brain wants easy reward, not good reward, not satisfying reward, easy reward. The second reason is that tired brains have bad breaks. During the day, you can still say, "Okay, I'm done." At night, that part of your brain has already gone home. You still know you should stop. But knowing what to do and actually doing it are two very different things. The thought I should sleep is calm, quiet, and reasonable. The thought, maybe the next video will be better, is loud, bright, exciting. It has the energy of a raccoon running through a grocery store. So the tired brain chooses the option with less friction. Stopping requires a decision. Putting the phone away takes effort. Turning off the light takes effort. Even closing your eyes takes one last decision. Scrolling doesn't ask you to decide anything. The next post simply appears. Your thumb moves before your brain even catches up. It feels like you're making choices, but your brain switched to autopilot a long time ago. That's also why scrolling feels strangely effortless. Your brain loves anything that removes one more decision. It isn't because you're lazy, it's because your brain is trying to spend as little energy as possible. Millions of years ago, that strategy kept us alive. Today, it keeps us watching one more video. Your brain isn't asking, "Is this meaningful?" It's asking, "Is this easy?" Your brain isn't asking, "Is this meaningful?" It's asking, "Is this easy?" And scrolling is one of the easiest things your brain can possibly do. The strange part is that scrolling feels like resting, but your brain isn't actually recovering. Real rest gives your brain a chance to slow down. Scrolling keeps feeding it something new every few seconds, so it never really gets the opportunity to switch off. Imagine trying to fall asleep while someone walks into your room every 5 seconds just to whisper, "Hey, look at this." That's basically what your feed is doing. Your body is lying perfectly still, but your attention keeps sprinting from one tiny surprise to the next. That constant stream of tiny surprises keeps your brain alert, even when the rest of your body is ready to sleep. That's why you sometimes put your phone down, close your eyes, and somehow still don't feel sleepy. Your phone was never the thing keeping you awake. Your attention simply never got the chance to settle down. Your brain wasn't looking for entertainment anymore. It was looking for relief. And those are two very different things. Entertainment distracts you for a moment. Relief actually helps your brain recover. They can look similar, but they are not the same. That's why one more video almost never makes you feel satisfied. It simply creates the feeling that maybe the next one finally will. It's the exact same feeling as checking the fridge again, even though you already know there's nothing new inside. Your feed works the same way. Every swipe quietly promises that the next thing might finally be the one worth stopping for. Most of the time, nothing amazing appears, but every once in a while, something genuinely interesting does, and that's exactly what keeps the loop alive. Psychologists call this variable reward. You never know when something interesting will appear, so your brain keeps checking just one more time. Casinos have used this trick for decades. Social media simply turned it into something you carry in your pocket every day. The goal isn't to keep you happy. The goal is to keep you wondering if the very next swipe might finally be worth it. The strange part is that this isn't a bug in your brain. It's actually a survival system doing exactly what it was designed to do, just in a completely different world. Your ancestors searched forests for berries. Your brain is still searching. The forest just happens to fit inside your phone now. Once you understand that, the whole thing feels a little less mysterious. Still annoying, still powerful, but less like a personal failure and more like a very modern trap that most of us keep falling into while wearing pajamas. But understanding is only step one. The obvious next question is, okay, genius brain, what do I actually do about it? And the honest answer is, probably less than you hope, but more than nothing. You do not need a 12-step nighttime protocol with candles and a printed schedule. You need one tiny bit of friction, one small speed bump between you and the infinite feed. For example, the phone lives across the room instead of on the pillow, not banned, not locked in a safe, just far enough that grabbing it requires standing up, which at night feels like climbing a mountain. Or you decide the bed is for sleeping, and the scrolling happens somewhere else, like a responsible adult who has clearly never met you. The point is not the rule. The point is the pause the rule creates. Because every trap we talked about works the same way. Easy reward, weak breaks, fake rest, no ending. All four of them need one thing from you, that you never fully stop and notice what is happening. So the whole game is just noticing a half second earlier. Not never scrolling, just catching the moment where fun quietly became stuck and giving yourself permission to leave the party before it gets sad. And when you do catch it, try not to turn it into a courtroom. You are not on trial. You are just a tired person holding a very persuasive rectangle. That is not a moral emergency. That is a Tuesday. Some nights you will notice and put it down and feel weirdly proud. Other nights you will notice, nod wisely, and keep scrolling for another 40 minutes. Both are allowed. Progress is not a straight line. It is more of a raccoon path. It also helps to remember what you are actually tired from. Usually it is not the day being too hard. It is the day being too much. Too many tabs open, in the browser and in your head. Scrolling does not close them. It just adds more. So closing the loop, even once, is a small act of maintenance, like putting one dish away instead of building a tower. You are not fixing your whole life at 1 a.m. You are just not making it slightly worse. The goal was never perfection. The goal is that the feed stops being an autopilot you cannot see and starts being a choice you can actually make. Even if half the time you choose the feed anyway, at least now it is on purpose. So tonight, if you find yourself in bed, eyes burning, thumb moving, clock judging you from across the room, maybe pause for 1 second. Not to punish yourself, not to deliver a motivational speech in your own head, just to ask, honestly, am I enjoying this, or am I just too tired to stop? And if the answer is the second one, maybe that is the signal. Not that you are lazy, not that you are broken, just that your brain has had enough day for one day. The phone will still be there tomorrow. The feed will still be infinite. The internet will continue producing opinions, drama, recipes, and raccoons at a dangerous speed. But you do not have to be there for all of it. Sometimes the most radical thing a modern human can do is stop mid-scroll, put the glowing rectangle down, and let the night be quiet. Not heroic, not aesthetic, not a perfect wellness routine, just quiet, just enough.